Magandang araw, ako si Jason Rosos. At nandito ako upang i-share sa inyo ang tungkol sa ating art history. Ako ay magsisimula dito sa Renaissance art. Nang matapos ang mahabang panahon ng Dark Ages sa Europe, umusbong o sumibol ang panibagong panahon na tinatawag na Renaissance. Renaissance, hindi ito patungkol sa isang tao na isinilang, kundi ito ay isang time period during European civilization that was marked by a revival of classical learning and wisdom. Ang Renaissance ay tinatawag ding revert or revival. So it was described during 14th or 15th century to describe the artistic output and also called Rinascita. So ito ang tumawag dito ay si Giorgio Vasari. Isa siyang painter and architect. Noong 14th to 15th century, sinilang ang Renaissance sa Italy at sa mga estado nito na Venice, Milan at Roman patungo sa France at lumaganap sa Europa. Ang Renaissance ay naging isang aspeto upang mapalawak ang panitikan, sining, kultura, politika at ekonomiya. Naging daan din ito upang magtuklas ng mga ideology ng Griego at Romano. During this era, ay sumilang din ang mga matatalinong tao, kung tawagin noon ay ang humanist. So, yung humanist, they believe na ang buhay ng tao at mga gawa nito ay napakahalaga. Also, that the people are the center of our universe. Naimbento dito ang Gutenberg printing. Ito ay nagamit upang maisulong ang panitikan at paglaganap nito sa mga ibang lugar. Ang Medici family ay isang powerful at mayaman na pamilya na namuno halos 60 years sa kanilang lugar at ito'y kilalang patron. Marami ang nag-usbungan na magagaling na manunulat, artist, inventor at mga scientists during this era, At syempre, isa sa pinakatanyag na pintor na si Leonardo da Vinci. Alam naman natin na kung sino si Leonardo da Vinci. Pero siya ay bukod sa pintor, siya din ay isang engineer at scientist. So, let's talk about the artists and their masterpiece. So, simulan natin kay Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci ay isang painter, scientist, artist, sculpture, theorist, inventor, engineer, architect, also anatomist and geometrist. Dami niya rin talagang alam gawin aside sa paint. So, siguro kaya member din siya ng Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Hindi, joke lang yan. So, he was born 1452 1919 when he died. Ang famous artwork niya ay si Mona Lisa. So, ito sa pinaka matanyag na painting sa buong mundo until now. Napaka laki o mahal ng value nito. And the other one is the Last Supper. So, ito yung mural painting niya about Jesus Christ and yung mga kanyang apostles. Ito ay dated 1495 to 1498. Next is Michelangelo. Ang full name ni Michelangelo is Michelangelo di Lodovico Buonarroti Simoni. So siya rin ay isang sculpture, painter, architect, and poet of the High Renaissance. So he was born March 6, 1475 sa Italy. So yung mga artworks niya tulad ng David, sculpture yan na isang lalaki na walang saplot, so you can see in the picture. And then yung Sistine, the chapel, ito famous din to, madalas yung nakikita to sa mga famosong mga artwork. And then the Bacchus is also sculpture, Michelangelo, and the Pieta. So ito po yung kanyang mga contributions sa art industry. So next is Rafael Sanzio. So siya ay isang Italiano, okay, painter and architect. 1483, he was born 1483 to 1521. So isa siya sa famous artwork niya ay yung The School of Athens, and painted yun between 1509 and 1511 as part of a commission work by Pope Julius II. And isa sa mga pang-artwork niya ay ang Madonna of the Meadow, or Madonna del Prato, formerly Madonna with the Christ child and Saint John the Baptist. This is an oil painting created 1506. Okay, the next one is Sandro Botticelli. Tunay na pangalan niya ay Alessandro Di Mariano Devani Filipepi. Sana nabigkas ko ng tama, no? So born in Italy. So isa rin siyang painter of the early Renaissance. Ang kanyang mga artwork ay ang The Birth of Venus. So ito ay isa sa mga famous painting during 1480s. It depicts the goddess Venus arriving at the shore after her birth. So sa isa niya pang artwork ay ang Primavera. So this painting celebrates the arrival of spring and the renewal of life. It features the lush of landscape and a cause of mythological figures symbolizing fertility and abundance. The Renaissance era witnessed a remarkable flowering of artistic creativity and innovation, fueled by a revival of classical ideals, a celebration of humanism and individualism, an advancement in perspective and realism. The work of Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Raphael, and Botticelli stand as an enduring masterpiece of this transformative period in art history. So yung during Renaissance era is clearly na pagpapakita ng hindi matatawarang pagsibol ng mga artists during this period of time, na ibang klase ang creativity, and ang mga innovation nila ay nagmimistulang guide sa world of arts hanggang ngayon. Okay, so we will proceed now sa ibang naman to era, ang Baroque and Rococo. So the Baroque period emerged in the 17th century as a reaction against the harmony and balance of the Renaissance. It embraced dynamism, emotion, and theoreticality in contrast to the Renaissance classical order and restraint. The Rococo period followed the Baroque and represented a further departure from Renaissance ideals, emphasizing grace, charm, and mood decoration over the Baroque's grandiosity and emotional intensity. So, we talk about Baroque and Rococo. Baroque is another time period of art. So, ito yung sumunod after ng Renaissance. Baroque derived from the Portuguese word barroco, which means irregular pearl or stones. Baroque and Renaissance has its difference, so may pagkakaiba talaga sila. Baroque is a complex response to the Reformation. Baroque artists employed dramatic lighting, known as chiaroscuro, to create strong contrast between light and shadow, enhancing the emotional impact of their works. Emotion was a central focus of Baroque art. So this is lang nagpo-focus. So with artists seeking to evoke powerful emotion response from viewers through dynamic composition, expressive figures, and theatrical narratives. The Rococo style, which flourished in the 18th century, was characterized by the ornate and decorative qualities featuring delicate forms, pastel colors, and intricate ornamentation. So ito yung siguro yung mga ginagamit nilang materials sa pagpipaint. Rococo art often depicted scenes of leisure, pleasure, and intimacy, reflecting the refined taste and social custom of the aristocracy and bourgeoisie. Okay, let's talk about the notable artists and works during Baroque. So let's start with Caravaggio. Caravaggio, ang kanyang full name is Michelangelo Marine da Caravaggio. So born September 29, 1571, died July 18, 1610 at the age of 38. Bata pa siya. Okay. Sa mga masterpiece niya, yung The Calling of Saint Matthew. This masterpiece exemplifies Caravaggio's use of dramatic lighting and naturalistic figures to create a powerful and emotionally charged scene. So parang itong painting niya na to medyo parang medyo realistic na kasi mukha rin siyang photograph kung titignan eh. Okay, so The Calling of Saint Matthew is an oil painting portrayed moment na si Jesus Christ ay tinawag niya yung tax collector. So para siya sumunod. So nasa Bible to, and minsan na pag mahal na araw napapanood din natin to itong scene na to. Okay, next artist is si Rembrandt van Rijn. Sa pag pinonounce to sa Dutch, kasi sa siyang Dutch is Rembrandt, pero pag sa English is Rembrandt van Rijn. Van Rijn. So si Rembrandt ay isang Dutch Golden Age painter, printmaker, and draughtsman. Also considered one of the greatest artists during this time. So ano yung mga famous artwork niya? Yung The Night Watch is about a militia company of District 2 under the command of Captain Banek Cook. So ito ay is a 1642 painting. Okay, so we proceed here in Neoclassicism and Romanticism. Ibang era na naman to. Neoclassicism and Romanticism emerged as contrasting response to the political, social, and cultural change of their time. While Neoclassicism embraced rationality, order, and classical ideals, Romanticism celebrated emotion, individuality, and the power of nature, leaving behind the rich legacy of artistic expression and cultural critique. So, sino yung mga prominent artists and examples ng Neoclassicism? First is si Jacques Louis David. So, si Jacques Louis David, born August 30, 1748 sa Paris, France. Namatay siya noong December 29, 1825. So, he is famous during Neoclassical movement. Isa siya sa leading painter sa France. Naging member siya sa Academy in 1783, winning the fame in the 1780s period. Marami din siyang series of painting. Isa na dito yung The Oath of the Horatii. So, ang masterpiece niya embodying neoclassical ideals na ang focus is about heroism, moral clarity, and classical composition. So ito ay painted around 1784 and 1785. Naka-display itong The Oath of the Horatii sa museum sa Paris, Louvre Museum. Next is Antonio Canova. Okay. So sino ba si Antonio Canova? Pinanganak noong November 1, 1757. So araw ng patay siya nung siya nabuhay. So, siya ay pinanganak sa Italy, namatay noong October 13, 1822. He is an Italian neoclassical sculptor. Siya ay pamoso sa kanyang mga marble sculpture. Itong si Anton Cordova, ang mga artwork niya ay tulad ng Psyche Revive by Cupid's Kid, The Three Grace, Venus Victrix, Venus Italica, Dedatus and Icarus. So all of his artwork ay ang pamamaraan niya ayan patungkol sa eskultura. So next one na naman sa prominent artist example naman sa Romanticism ay itong si Eugene Delacroix. So born April 26, 1798 sa Saint Maurice, France. Most of the artists talaga dito pinanganak sa Italy o sa France, and died August 13, 1863. So ang kanyang art time period during Romanticism, so ang mga artwork niya ay tulad nitong Liberty Leading the People, The Death of Sardanapalus. So yung Liberty Leading the People, ito yung piece niya commemorating the July Revolution of 1830 that toppled pagbagsak ni King Charles. So yung The Death of Sardanapalus, painted ito during 1827 at nakadisplay naman sa museum din sa Louvre Museum sa Italy. So the last artist naman ay si Caspar David Friedrich. So isa siyang German romantic landscape painter. So ito naman hindi naman siya ibang lugar naman siya pinanganak. Generally considered the most important German artist of his generation. He was born September 5, 1774 sa Greifswald, Germany. Namatay noong May 7, 1840. During his time, or yung art period time niya, is Romanticism and German Romanticism. So ano ba yung mga artwork nito? So marami itong naging contribution din sa pagka-check ko. Marami siyang painting talaga. Una, ito yung mountain landscape with rainbow. Sumunod yung The Wanderer Above the Sea Frog. The next one, The Tree of Crows. Next one is two men contemplating the two men contemplating the moon. Okay, and the last one is the Stage of Light. So yung mga painting niya, may mga different approach kasi kung titingnan nyo parang picture. So yung mga brush, mga stroke na ginamit dito is iba dun sa mga ibang era. So ang favorite kong artist to kasi yung kanya mga artwork parang sarap i-apply through photography kasi nga more on landscape and people. Kaya nakaka-inspire ka tignan kung ikaw ay nahihilig sa art, photography and painting. So that's all yung aking report. Maraming salamat sa pakikinig. I'm Jesus Rosos. Proceed to the next reporter.